Americans across the country come to the aid of those in Oklahoma as they brace for another round of possible severe weather. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, at least 24 are dead and dozens others injured after a series of tornadoes that ripped through Oklahoma. Take a look at this video from the city of Moore. The storms carved a trail 2 miles long and 22 miles wide, destroying homes, knocking over power lines, and uprooting other things in its path. 2 schools and a hospital were among the buildings hardest hit. President Obama declared the area a disaster zone and ordered federal aid to be used to help victims and the affected area.
Should know that their country will remain on the ground, there for them, beside them, as long as it takes. For their homes and schools to rebuild, businesses and hospitals to reopen, their parents to console, first responders to comfort, and of course frightened children who will need our continued love and attention.
Now, Moore and the Oklahoma City region are no strangers to disasters. In 1999 and then again in 2003, Moore took hits from tornadoes that took eerily similar paths to Monday's storm. Meanwhile, you and your loved ones can help Oklahoma recover by assisting a couple of organizations. You can donate to the Salvation Army by texting STORM to 80888 or by calling 1-800-SAL-ARMY. You can also log on to donate.salvationarmy.usa.gov or .org to give your offerings. The American Red Cross is another source you can use. You can text Red Cross to 90999 or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Officials suggest giving blood donations at your local hospital or blood bank to help out as well. Well, a Hyattsville dry cleaner is shut down and in cleanup mode. This after a vehicle crashed into the facility this morning. Authorities say an elderly woman experiencing a medical emergency drove completely inside the building. The incident occurred about 9:30 a.m. The driver was taken to the hospital with some injuries. The store owner says none of his employees were hurt.
I never heard something big noise, kaboom. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry," and that's it. And then she was very nervous, shaky. I think she probably pressed on the gas instead of the brakes because it was very impact because it broke the window and everything. We call the insurance company and get everything back to order, so best we can. Lucky thing everybody was in the back of the store. If everybody was in the front.
And no customers were present at the time of the accident. Well, as the school year draws to a close, the search for a new Prince George's schools chief begins. Governor Martin O'Malley has put together a search committee to select the next superintendent. He appointed 3 members to the panel, including county residents Orland Johnson and Kenneth Johnson, as well as Chair Dr. Charlene Dukes. As president of Prince George's Community College and head of the Maryland State Board of Education, Dukes' knowledge and experience will help zero in on the most qualified candidates.
A CEO is going to be not just in charge of academic achievement and the academic direction of the public schools, but he or she is also, quite frankly, managing a large organization when you talk about the human resources as well as the financial resources for which he or she will be responsible.
The legislation outlining the county's new governance structure takes effect June 1st. After that date, the committee can meet and officially begin the search process. Well, they came from near and far to Baltimore today. The State Board of Education honored all 24 local 2013 Teachers of the Year during a special presentation this morning. Prince George's County 8th grade language teacher Albert Lewis was one of those recognized, as well as Cecil County High School English teacher Rhonda Blankenship, Maryland's Teacher of the Year. After 18 years on the job, she says staying current on pop culture helps her connect with students and keep them engaged.
In some ways, I think you have to be a student of popular culture, too, and make those connections for high school students, bring in the things that they like, whether it be music or film clips. And I'm also really clear on what the expectations will be once they're in college in terms of the reading level and how much they'll need to write. So I'm always saying to them,
The honorees will also serve as academic advisors to Dr. Lillian Lowry as part of the state's superintendent's Teacher Leadership Council.